Welcome back to the Enshrouded demo. I'm Dima. I want to pick up where we left off in the previous episode. We had a look around just to get a feel for the game, gather some resources, do a little bit of combat. This episode, I want to focus on building. So you'll notice like time remaining went down just a little bit. I don't actually know by how much, but I took a little bit of time to go ahead and wander around and gather some resources so that we could actually do some crafting. Now with this, we're gonna want our construction hammer. Enter a building mode. I'm kind of getting used to the controls at this point, but you'll notice we have all of our shapes down at the bottom of the screen. I can hold tilde down. It'll actually give us different categories, so it looks pretty basic so far. I'm gonna have a look around, but I don't actually see any like functional buildings that we can actually put on the inside, like beds and shelves and things like that. But at least we can get a house constructed so we can have a look at the building. Now for this, we're gonna need building blocks, and let me get out of here. Tab to complete it. Looks like what we gotta do is go into the crafting bench, and these are basic blocks. So I've gone around, collected some wood, some stone, some flintstone, just to actually be able to, and some plant fiber and such, to be able to give us the ability to build just a basic house. So let's get some wooden blocks, stone blocks, and a few other basic things constructed, and we'll get started. Oh, it looks like actually us building that opened up one or two more things. So it opened up a bed. So we got torn cloth, just enough of it that we've actually looted off of folks. So let's do a bed. And building a bed, oh, actually opened up. Okay, so as you construct things, it starts opening things up. Okay, so now we get just basic tables. And then these are the different versions of it. They all cost the same. It's just a cosmetic thing. At least this wooden table and side table, both are 5 wooden logs. Your nightstand, okay, so we have some nice basic furniture here. Fireplace, I'm assuming we can cook. Warmth in the home, Civil getting arrested buff. All right, so this is just for a buff. I don't know if we can actually cook anything in here. But let's make one of those. We won't do any chairs and benches and stuff just yet. Illumination. I don't even know if I have what I need for this. Oh, so string and wax. So we actually do have some for a candle. Fireflies at night, you can see those on the ground. So maybe we'll go gather some of those a little bit later. Bones and a candle. Okay, so we can do skull candles. So there's a lot of different types of decorations, and you don't know what you're gonna open up until you actually start building a few things. All right, so let's get some, oh, and some windows here. And then you just have even like cups, bowls, silverware, fencing. Okay, so it seems to have a bit of everything. All right, let's get some basic blocks down. Let me see if I can figure this out. So we have to, number one, so I have to increase, or I have to equip the construction hammer, then tab into a build mode. We'll do, let me see, Alt and scroll out. Okay, that's as far out as we can go. Okay, just moving the mouse up and down will raise the height. I mean, I'll get used to it. It's just a little awkward at first. Let's do one there, so they do snap. Man, I hate to do just a basic rectangle, but it looks like that's kind of what we're gonna be doing for now. And I think we can see, like that tells us how many blocks that I have, and then the 76 is telling me how many it's gonna use. Oh, look at this. So wait a minute. So this is 0, because we already have one here. But if I go, let's go off to the other side, because we're getting cramped here. Can I do like partial blocks? Let's see. Oh, look at that. So you can just do a half a block and it'll charge, and you can do like little odd shapes like this. Although this is gonna look terrible, but let's do it anyway. Look at that. So you can just make the shapes and it automatically adjusts the building materials. Okay, that is actually pretty neat. All right, so let's get some walls. Can I change the height of the walls? Well, not really. We actually might be... Wait, how are we gonna rotate this? Rotate 90 degrees. But how do I do a partial wall? Because I don't want to do the whole wall. We're gonna have to experiment with some stuff. Okay, that's a partial wall. No, it's just a column. Ah, so we have specific blocks for window frames, so we'll do that. We'll stick a couple of these around, so we do want to be able to see from the outside, and we want some, like, natural light coming in. We'll stick one, rotate it 90 degrees. I don't think it matters which direction you put it in. And then this should be doorways. Alright, so we've got a couple of doorways. One on that side. Actually, let's put one on this side too, because if we're running back from the wild, we're gonna want to be able to come in from here. Alright, let's see if we can get to the rooftops. Guessing we're gonna need the 2-meter roofs. Alright, I like that it has a nice little eave to it. Alright, so that charged half. Actually, I take it back, I think it just overlapped. It looks fantastic though, and it even puts an edge on it. When it's the last one in the row, it puts that little, I don't even know what you call that. But it caps it. And it does that for you, which is awesome. Alright, so let's do the other side. Obviously, there could be more efficient ways to do all this, but we're not gonna worry about that just yet. So this is a corner piece. Oh, so it sits on the corner just like this, I'm assuming? Yep, that looks awesome. Rotate it. 90 degrees. Okay, so we're gonna want, what, 4 corner pieces here. We're gonna make it up as we go. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, so let's rotate this around. Alright, so that should cap the corner. Now there's inner roof corners. Like, let's see what that looks like. Oh, does that actually look pretty good? Let me see. At least it covers it up from the inside. I don't know if it actually looks good from the outside. Let's have a look at it. No, it doesn't. That looks absolutely terrible. All right. Okay, so we can right-click there, and then we can do a corner here. That's an interior corner. We need an exterior corner. And if I place this correctly, it should line right up. That actually looks pretty good. Oh boy, it's gonna get dark really quick. If I put a roof there, can I run up the roof? Oh, I can. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so we can almost use this like a ramp. Got it. Alright, so it's nighttime at this point, so it's getting a little bit difficult to see. And you can tell it's sloppy, you know what I mean? But we're figuring it out. We're learning. But this'll give us... This looks really good, though. And the fact that I can, like, where I am right now, how I can start doing single blocks means I can start actually filling in the space quite often. And I can use these... Like, if I go Alt and zoom in, I can get right up to it. I have no idea why it was doing that. Oh, it's because of the... Yeah, okay. But if I can start doing single blocks, then I can actually fill all of this in. So I'm going to take a minute and try to fill in these gaps to actually make this look good. Okay, so from the... Obviously, we'd have to get some illumination, or maybe we'll just wait till daytime, but it looks like from the outside, we've actually filled in that. The roof looks absolutely horrible, but... You know what? We'll be okay. I did hear like a rooster here just a minute ago, so we should be back to daylight here in a second. But I went ahead and put a lantern down. It looks like it takes a whole bunch of these fireflies for it. Um, it does a decent job. Oh, there, we're back into the day. But it looks like you're gonna need an awful lot of these lamps in order to actually light the place. Oh, so you can build, you'll notice as I'm doing this, it's taking off little bits and pieces. So you could actually build, I mean, if you wanted to, you could build part of a building if you wanted to. It could be like all decrepit and beat up. And you can take little small sections of the roof off if you wanted to. That is actually pretty neat. All right, it looks like I was actually deconstructing small parts of the wall. So like this is a pre-made that has a window here. I wonder if I do, if I'm right clicking. Oh, and you can customize the window. And it puts the border on it and everything. So you don't even need a windowed piece. You can just put a wall there and you can build windows anywhere you want to and the game will automatically encase those. That is awesome. The building system, the controls are a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. So it takes some getting used to. But the options in this game, like what you can do with it, I mean, it is absolutely amazing. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's put a couple of tables in. We're gonna build some walls and everything too, but let's get one table. Let's do an end table, maybe 2 end tables, and then, I don't know why, but we'll do a nightstand. Let's put a couple tables down. I'm not gonna worry about fixing any of that, we'll be okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna need a bed to sleep in, so let's rotate this 90 degrees. Put the bed right here. We'll put a little end table next to it, rotate it. Actually, we'll put it right on this side. Put that right there. If I get rid of the snapping... Okay, good. So you can actually just put it wherever you want to. So if you want to ignore the grid, you're fine. Put that down. Let's get a table over here. Right here. And I've got the snap off, because I kind of don't want it right now. There we go. We'll stick the firefly lamp right there. Okay, perfect. So because I've already got stuff built, it subtracts. Yeah, so I only need 26 to build this. And so you can start overlapping the pieces to kind of do whatever you want. Okay, so I'm sure there was doors here somewhere. I think those were things I made with the crafting bench. So if I go back to the bench, starting to get the hang of it. All right, so we've got illumination, doors, windows. Oh, that's just casing for it. Okay, so you know what? Let's make 1, 2, 3. Let's make 4 window casings. Doors. Let's make metal scraps. Really, guys? Okay, what can I just make a... Okay, perfect, yeah. So this one, a wooden door, you need some metal scraps for whatever reason. I guess it's for the handle, I suppose. But anyway, yeah, just a crude wooden door, which is all we need right now. We're just gonna need string, so that's pretty cool. And we are out of wooden logs. I mean, we kind of messed a whole bunch of stuff up, but we had just enough to actually get this place encased. All right, so that should snap into place. All right, will the doors open and close on their own? That would actually be kind of nice. It looks like no. Okay, so that puts a framing in for the door, into the windows. And it does snap into place, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna need more wooden logs for sure, because we need to frame the rest of these windows. The roofing, I'm not gonna stress too much about it. We only have so much time in the demo, so... if I can get up there... Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to take that. We're gonna need to get up there and get this roof fixed. So, let's see if we can construct ourselves a ramp to get up there. Oh, here we go. I didn't even notice this before. It actually gives us an option for scaffolding. Let's build some scaffolding and see if that helps us. So number 3, scaffolding. Oh yeah, they're huge. Okay, excellent. Let's rotate that. And we've got to make sure that it actually lines up correctly. Okay, so that should have snapped. That should snap in place. And you can just pick the scaffolding up. Okay, perfect. So then this monstrosity we can get rid of. That actually comes out kind of nice. And then we just need to put kind of a random piece here. I don't need the 4x4s. Let's do the 2x2s. Rotate it 90 degrees. Oops. And then put a piece right there. Oh, and it filled it right in. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so you can just get the appropriate piece, fill it in. It'll only charge, I say charge, but it'll only use the amount of resources that it needs to fill in those blocks, and then that's it. So that actually fixes our roof piece. And then with the scaffolding, building becomes really easy. Let's have a look around our house. So that seemed to have, I'm sure there's some weird gaps here and there, but that seems to have fixed most of the stuff. We're gonna need a couple of doors, and we need a couple of windows. And we're gonna need to fix this, whatever this is. Let's do that now. Yeah, we do not need the roof pieces. Let's go back to our blocks. Our 1x1 blocks. Let's get some stuff constructed in there. Okay, perfect. And look at that. And it actually filled in the spots here too, so it looks like I don't have to do any like awkward construction to get that to work. Let's start deleting some of this. I'm gonna regret doing this, but... that actually looks a lot better. Let's go inside and take a look. From the outside, it looks appropriate. The roof looks good. It's got a weird peak at the top right there, but life goes on. Okay, so just putting down a floor block, one more floor block actually filled a lot of this in. Okay. That's highlighting the whole thing. Like so right now it's highlighting the entire, so I have a 2x2 block. Or a 2-meter block, or however it's doing it. If I right-click this, does it take, see how this is all highlighted? Yep, it did the whole thing. Okay, that's actually great. And then this thing... And then all we need to do to finish this up is to actually get another wall built into there. Alright, let's see. Why should, undo the last action? So let's take a look. Okay, perfect. So the game, when you make something that looks absolutely horrible, the game actually, because of the snapping and the fact that it auto-frames and finishes the edges off for you, means the game gives you the tools you need to actually fix the problems that your build is going to have, which is incredible. Now this side doesn't look good at all. Now this gives me steeped walls, so that I can fill in the gaps here. Okay, that's perfect. And then these should be singles. But if I go a single piece, usually 37, but because I'm only doing half, it's gonna cost me 12. Oh, perfect. Okay, so then let's head outside and have a look at that. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but it actually filled it in nicely. Be right back. I'm actually gonna go grab some more wooden logs so that we can get the last door and the last couple of windows in, and then I'll be right back. All right, let's see if that got us enough. Looks like I can kind of see the lighting beginning to dim, so we're gonna hit night pretty soon here. All right, we needed... I don't want to use the metal scraps. We needed one more door, and I think, unless I'm crazy, 2 more windows. Okay, so that's all, right? Or do I have... Oh, nope, I'm missing 1 window. That was our short little window here. So we'll fill that in. Actually, let's fix it, because it's a little too short. Take care of that. And then add that. Okay, so now it lines up with all the rest of them. Let's build 1 more window. Okay, so the controls are becoming a little more natural at this point. Like, after you mess with it for a while, you kind of get the hang of it. Alright, so that puts casing in for the last window. Let's do the last door. And as you can see, the firefly lamp... Okay, so we're back to nighttime. Let's see, so I have a torch. But this is without a torch. So we've got the natural lighting coming in from the window, so we've got some. I've got my wand equipped. Let's go back to a sword. So this is all the lighting that you're gonna see on its own. And then you'll have, like, the firefly lamps, which you're gonna need a whole bunch of those spread out all over the place. Let's try to sleep. Like, are we able to... Okay, so that lets me... That had me pick it up. Alright, I didn't want to do that. Let's place down a campfire. Ah, there we go. Okay, so a campfire gives you tons of light, and I bet you if I build a fireplace, that's gonna do even more. Now, as far as the bed goes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure what it was trying to accomplish there. Let me take off the snapping and just put it right here. Oh wait, it's backwards. Let's pick it up. Alright, let's put it down here. Okay, so you just kind of get a rested buff then. Like, it doesn't get you through, like, you don't sleep by the look of it unless there's something I'm missing. You don't, like, sleep through the night or anything like that. There's a rested buff in the top left-hand corner that you can see. Looks like that's the only thing that it actually gives you. Alright, so then you just hit the movement keys and you get back up again. And then let's build a fireplace. Now this is... Honestly, this is a little awkward. Because you can close it. But here's the open. You can do this to open it, but if you get really close to it, it gives you an option to pick it up. And if I hold the E button down long enough, it'll actually pick up the door and get rid of it. That seems a little weird. But again, it's just different controls than what I'm used to, so I'll probably get used to it. We were gonna do a fireplace. So let's craft that. Now it looks like the, yeah, let's put the fireplace right over here. It should be in our inventory somewhere. Oh, well, I thought it was gonna be a lot larger than that, but anyway, yeah. Let's put that fireplace down. Okay, so we can, this is for indoors, so we can cook, and it does provide some lighting. Okay, not bad. Obviously we've got our torch over there, our beacon over there, which is providing some light from the outside. And then we got a couple of fires and a lamp, and we can actually see decently well in the dark. Okay, so this scaffolding, we don't need anymore, so I can just pick that up, and we can stick that right in our inventory for whenever we're gonna need it again. Alright, we've got one more small little table. Just for decoration's sake, we'll put that right here. Ah, now that I have torn cloth, it actually opens up some wall torches. So let's make 2 wall torches and see if those do. That should do much better. Obviously, 1 torch will end up going here. And then we'll put 1 on this side. Oh, that's much better. And that's it, a fully illuminated house. That's actually really, really nice. And from the outside, because these blocks constantly snap in place, oh, actually, you know what? Let's build... We're gonna need some more cloth. Let me go get some more cloth, because we're gonna put some wall torches on the outside as well. Alright, so we went out and got a couple more torn cloth. Enough to do 2 of them. We're probably gonna want like 3 or 4, but that'll work for now. So we're gonna put one probably on this side. And we'll put one on this door right here. And then when we come back from exploring, we'll have a little bit more and we'll kind of go from there. Alright, so that looks really good for now. So I think we're gonna call this an episode. I think I'm gonna do 1 more with Enshrouded. I've got about 4 hours left on the demo. I don't know if I'll do all 4 hours. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on this game. But I think, you know, just to have a view of the house here, I think next episode, and the last one we'll do for now for this preview event here, is we'll do some exploration. Basically, we're just gonna head out. We're gonna go north along the path. I think there's actually 1 or 2 quests. Like, you have to search for, well, we need a spot for a base, and there's something like a sleeping survivor somewhere around here, so maybe we'll try to track that down. But anyway, we're gonna head north into, and let me sprint over to here, into this area. Now I don't know how big the map actually is. I don't know that we'll actually get to all of it, but basically we're gonna head north, explore all of this, see what we run into, and then go from there. But again, guys, I thank you for watching. If you like my content, go ahead and subscribe. We've got the last couple of episodes of Ark Survival Evolved coming up, where I'm gonna finish up the kibble farm. And then from there, we're waiting for Ascended to start. Hopefully within the next few days, we'll get some news. If you guys are watching this from Friday on, the last week of October, we probably have already gotten some news from that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.